The Garden of Eden was filled with lush trees, many of which bore delicious fruits. Adam and Eve could enjoy all these fruits freely. However, in the middle of the garden, there was a tree that God had specially designated. It was the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God warned them not to eat the fruit from this tree.
If you eat from this tree, you will surely die. Do not go near it.
God said. One day, Eve was walking through the garden. As she admired the beautiful nature, she marveled at all that God had made. Then she came near the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. At that moment, a serpent quietly approached and whispered to her,
"Did God really say you must not eat from any of the trees in the garden?"
The serpent asked.
"No, we may eat the fruit from the trees in the garden,"
Eve replied.
"except the fruit from this tree. God said if we eat it, we will die."
The serpent cunningly smiled and said,
"You will not surely die. If you eat this fruit, you will become like God, knowing good and evil. That's why God doesn't want you to eat it."
Eve listened to the serpent and looked at the fruit again. The fruit appeared tempting and desirable. Unable to resist the temptation, she took the fruit and ate it. Then she gave some to Adam, and he also ate it. At that moment, their eyes were opened, and they realized they were naked. Shame washed over them, and they began to sew fig leaves together to cover themselves. In the evening, God was walking in the garden, looking for Adam and Eve.
Adam, Eve, where are you?
God called out. The two were trembling with fear and hiding among the trees, but eventually they came before God.
Why did you hide?
God asked. Adam answered,
"We were afraid because we were naked, so we hid."
Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree I commanded you not to eat from?
God asked. Adam blamed Eve.
Eve gave me the fruit, so I ate it.
Eve also blamed the serpent.
"The serpent deceived me, and I ate."
God was very angry with the serpent.
Because you have done this, you are cursed more than all the animals. You will crawl on your belly and eat dust all the days of your life.
Then God said to Eve,
I will greatly increase your pain in childbirth. You will bear children with pain.
To Adam, he said,
Because of what you have done, the ground is cursed because of you. Through painful toil, you will eat food from it all the days of your life. By the sweat of your brow, you will eat your food until you return to the ground. Since from it you were taken, for dust you are, and to dust you will return.
Then God banished Adam and Eve from the Garden of Eden. To prevent them from eating from the tree of life, he placed cherubim and a flaming sword flashing back and forth to guard the way to the tree of life. But God did not abandon Adam and Eve. He made garments of skin for them to wear and continued to protect them. He also promised that one day, a Savior would come from their descendants who would crush the serpent's head. And so Adam and Eve left the Garden of Eden to start a new life. But God's love and care remained with them. They lived in hope for the day when everything would be restored.